Is it recording?
Yeah, it's recording. See,
Okay.
It says recording.
No, I can't see from this angle.
Oh, okay. All right, well, we got Fact Check playing with Chewbacca. Anyway, let's go and get that started. Welcome to the Bibbee Show. I am your host, Nick Bibbee, and who do I have today?
Spencer Galland.
Spencer Galland with...
Fact check guy.
Oh, wait. No,
He
wait.
who shan't be named.
Okay, yeah, we have Fact Check off the camera because he is embarrassed
He
to be
who
around
shall
us.
not be seen.
Yeah.
Not so much embarrassment, just don't want to be on the camera.
Thank you, Mr. Anonymous. So, oh, wait, I was going somewhere with it. Oh, yeah, no. Galland with...
Galland's game.
Whoa, Galland's Games. All right.
Mind blown.
What are we talking about?
You said Nick Bibbee Show. I thought we were going to roll with just general discussion about video games. Wait, hold on. I think I've heard that before. Dude, this is your rodeo.
My rodeo? See, I'm not a fan of rodeo. You know what? I do have we'll talk about that later. So, anyway.
I thought we were about to talk about donkey shows.
You own a whip?
I need some Adderall. So,
Dude, I've seen squirrels with more self-control.
yes. So,
Anyway.
based off that game that's right behind you, in that lunchbox, what are we talking about today?
We were actually talking about Fallout.
Yes. Which is on that lunchbox.
Fallout. Yeah, hey, have you ever played the mobile game? Fallout Shelter?
Fallout Shelter? Yeah.
Fun game.
On Xbox and on phone.
I played more on my phone.
Yeah,
And,
it's easier
oh my
on the
god,
phone.
dude, we had a conversation about microtransactions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I
I
never
should
did
wear
it.
a shirt that says "I'm ashamed of the microtransactions."
No.
How much I've paid in micro? Yes.
Why? I think I paid $5 to support it. I enjoyed the game. It's free. Here's $5.
Is that what those lunch boxes were that popped up?
Yeah.
I don't read stuff. Like if it pops up,
You
I'm
just click that.
I just ignore it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but in these particular ones, like if you buy it, not only do you get like so many lunch boxes, you
Yeah.
get like special items on top of it.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense. That's how phone games make their money, right?
Yeah.
It was fun when it came out. I think a lot of it had to do with the hype. Whenever Fallout came out, you know,
Yeah.
It literally, whenever I was watching the release at the
That's
the
when it was
conference,
announced. That was amazing.
Yeah.
And it's available to Apple users right now.
Yeah,
You know,
and
that was, whoa!
He could have told me anything, and I would have been
Yeah.
like, and then said Fallout at the end of it, and I would have been in.
That was probably the best E3 presentation ever.
Yeah,
Is the Fallout 4.
yeah. There was a lot of
I'm
hype.
serious.
You've obviously never heard of a game called No Man's Sky.
Have you played the game No Man's Sky?
But I don't understand. I don't understand
Okay,
why.
okay, no, the reason why I like the Fallout 4 is because it's like, here's all this, here's what all we've been doing, and guess what? It comes out this November, and everybody's like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, and then the whole reveal with the trailer for it,
Yeah,
and
that
nobody
was
had any
so
idea what was happening.
mad.
It was
The
pretty
hairs on the back of my neck were
Like
up the
edged out
entire
the
2 hours.
4 with a lightning bolt on it.
Huh?
It edged out the 4 with a lightning bolt
Yeah.
on it.
It's
Yeah.
so
But
rad.
like you had
So
so much stuff happening because obviously the game's been updated. It plays like a real shooter,
Yeah.
which is crazy. And then you could farm stuff,
Yeah.
which everybody was hyped about, and you could build your own bases. But then
Yeah.
you played the game and it was like,
I said it was Fallout meets Minecraft.
To the civilizations. Hey, there's
little bit,
civilization that
yeah.
needs saving. There's civilization that needs our help. Just constant. I hated talking to that dude. What was his name?
what dude?
yeah, Preston.
Preston. God,
Yeah.
he's the most annoying character. Dude, he's up there with
Oh,
like Navi of most annoying video game characters.
Yeah, and that's like one of the biggest shortcomings of the game is just like the quests. There just were not as many quests in the other games, or at least like the quests they had weren't very interesting. It was just very repetitive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's the
Yeah.
same thing. But I mean, that's every other side mission with that. Everybody has their own little side missions thing, and it's all the same thing, just somewhere else. Hey, these people need your help. I'm sure
But-
they do. Why do I have to
but
keep
the-
protecting them?
The thing is though, like Bethesda usually has a pretty good track record with their side quests.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not all of them are winners, but you got to think with the amount of money they have because they're a big company, right?
I don't know. Maybe they are.
Bethesda's a huge company. They make millions off of the games. I mean, they make AAA titles.
But
But whenever
they're
you-
focusing more on Skyrim Switch Edition, they're focusing on that. You know.
I don't know what's going on with that, but like the fact is, like I think they dropped the ball on that. They focused in a lot of areas they did really well in. And I think they just didn't focus on RPG. Whenever you have games like Witcher 3 coming out, where the side quests are actually just blowing you away, where the side quests feel like another main story, I think Bethesda need to step it up in that regard.
I've yet to play The Witcher.
It's really good.
Never played any
I
of
played a
them.
little bit of it. The very beginning, it's not. I can see why people like it, but it's just not.
Is it a
my
slow
thing.
pace?
I think
It's just it's not a game for Nick.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to.
And there's a lot of games that are not
it,
for Nick. If the game isn't Halo or Fallout,
Yeah.
the game is not for Nick.
No, it's just not
Or poker.
Yeah.
Or poker, yeah.
But Witcher's like up there in my favorite games, top 5.
Yeah. Did you get all the achievements? I knew you were working on getting.
I got every single achievement on Witcher.
Every achievement on Witcher.
The Witcher is kind of like it's a really cool game because the actual game itself is solid. It's very fun. I enjoyed it, but the DLC that came along with it was probably better than the actual game, which I've never had to happen.
I heard that too.
Fallout New Vegas DLC. That was great.
Well, if you remember, The Witcher won all these Game of the Year awards, and then the following year, the DLC was up for best game and stuff, which was insane.
The DLC for that game was better than most games that get made that you pay $60 for.
Yeah, I heard a lot about it. I just that's one of those games. There's a few games that I feel like I would be able to sit down and invest a lot of time in. The previous video I talked about Persona. Dude, I sunk in. Oh man, I think I hadn't sunk that many hours in outside of playing the entire Mass Effect series back to back to back, not including Andromeda. Just saying 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Playing one consistent story, and I feel like The Witcher has so much lore, and especially when you're jumping in at number 3, kind of like Fallout. You remember when Fallout came out? Nick, I don't know.
3?
Yeah, Fallout 3.
Yeah, okay.
Dude, I was probably like most people. I jumped in at 3. I didn't know Fallout existed. I remember
I touched 1 and 2, but I put it's nothing like.
Dude,
Fallout
all
3.
I know is
It really
whenever
isn't.
at E3 they're like war never changes. I'm like, oh, that sounds kind of catchy. And, Fallout, and everybody's losing their mind. I was like, okay, well, let's see what this is.
That was
about.
my very first collector's edition of any game, and actually I got that on Christmas. And my parents were anti-video games, and for them to get that for me, I didn't even know what Fallout even was. I didn't.
First collector's edition ever was the Assassin's Creed 2. I got the big Ezio figurine.
Oh, really?
Oh, that was sweet.
See, I got the Assassin's Creed 3 Connor figurine.
I didn't play
Where's
one.
that at now?
It's on the other side of the entertainment center. I didn't show you. So
On the side that doesn't get displayed.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
neither of them really get displayed. It's to keep the dust off.
Okay, the one that isn't worthy of being displayed.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I keep all the Rock Band instruments in there,
Right.
wedged in there.
The dust collectors.
Back to Fallout. 3, New Vegas, and 4. What's your list in order? Your favorite?
Ooh,
And
well, I'm gonna let you
why?
guys because you guys are the Fallout experts. Let y'all go.
I mean, I want to say experts. I mean, you played on PC a lot. You had all the mods. Fact check.
cool stuff.
Yeah, so if I had to make a list,
Like all the blood coming on the screen, that was really cool. I remember you had that on New Vegas.
I installed a ton of
lot
them.
mods.
More than I need, but I would do New Vegas first. I really enjoyed it. Each one's good in their own right. I would say Fallout 4 was the weakest entry because I bought the game wanting an RPG, and I feel like I didn't get an RPG from Fallout, or at least not as good as the other ones.
I can understand that.
Yeah, but in other areas the game excelled, right? I mean, the game was beautiful, the environment was beautiful, and the shooting they stepped it up. It was a good. It felt like a fun shooter, and other games didn't have that.
The
Like
DLC was great too.
For it,
Yeah.
it was
Far Harbor.
Far Harbor was good.
Yeah.
I didn't like Nuka World. I didn't enjoy Nuka World at all. Nuka World was a grind.
I wanted to.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, and it was very barren whenever you run around. I don't know what happened with the Fallout 4.
Did you ever go? Yeah, I was there whenever you found him. The guy that was on top of the trailer on Fallout 4 in Nuka World. You go way far out on the edge. There's a guy on a trailer.
I don't remember his name. He
Yeah,
had like
Evan
some
or
sad
something like
story
that.
or something.
Yeah, I think his name was Evan. Yeah, and I told you the story. The reason why he's even in there is because whenever Fallout 4 came out, this guy messaged Bethesda and said, like, hey, I want to let you know, me and my brother used to play Fallout and Fallout 4 all the time, and now he has passed away. While he's in the hospital, he was going through all his cancer treatments, or I believe it was cancer, and he found enjoyment for them playing Fallout together.
Really?
And he ended up passing away. This Evan guy, I swear his name was Evan. He passed away. Fact check. Okay. I think his name was Evan.
We're gonna call him Evan.
Well, whenever he passed away, he told him, like, just like, you know, I just wish you guys would know this. I want you guys to know this story. And so they responded, we're coming out, our new DLC is Evan. How about we put him in there?
Mm-hmm.
So they made him a character.
Yeah, that's
And
pretty-
all he was like this is my place. You can take whatever you need, and like all this ammo and like all
he
this.
was a real sweetheart. I remember I tried to kill him.
Yeah, you tried to kill him, and he would not let you kill him.
I immediately tried to kill
I told him that story. He goes, "I'm gonna kill him,"
but I couldn't kill him. He just kept.
You could not
kept getting back up.
Grenades, nothing would kill him.
What a Cinderella story.
It was really a sweet story. It really
kind
was.
of, dude. I mean, I can understand like trying to kill the dog on like duck hunt,
I tried to
or like trying to hit Navi with the slingshot or the bow and arrow in Zelda, or just any.
But to hit the cancer guy,
hit the cancer tribute kid. Good job, man. It's. I'll hey, whenever we get to hell, just hit me up. I'll meet you there.
Anytime I play a game with friends, I don't play seriously at all. That goes out the window.
Oh yeah.
I do the stupidest things you can do.
Speaking of which, and I can attest to this because I bought Farming Simulator 17. I enjoy the Farming Simulator. I do. It's fun. It's little mind numbing kind of stuff. And Farming Simulator.
My mind is numb right now.
It's incredible.
It was new because it was multiplayer. You can invite people. So guess what? I invited Hunter to my farm.
Yeah.
The new thing with 15 when it came out was chainsaws.
Yeah.
So
it's incredible. My favorite thing about Farming Simulator had nothing to do with farming.
I'm looking in the distance where Hunter's little icon's at, and I just see a tree fall over, and then another tree fall over. I drive out there. All the trees are laying across the roadway. And I'm like, oh my god. He goes, Nick, give me a truck. I want to buy me a truck. I'm like, no, I'm not buying you a truck. You're just going to drive around. He goes,
if you guys want to cut trees down, I got a tree in my yard. You guys can trim.
And then next thing
let's play a video game to where
I buy him a truck for like $60,000 or whatever it was, and all he is flying across the map, ramping stuff on his truck.
Absolutely.
It's supposed to be such a truck to eat from A to B fast. That's all it's used for. All he was doing was ramming.
I'm sorry,
and cutting down more trees. Not even harvesting them, just cutting them down. Not even hauling them off like you're supposed to. Just cutting them down.
I can't play a lot of games where like I can go outside and do the same thing.
Yeah, it's
and
too
be
grindy.
productive.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's the problem with a lot of because like one of the reasons why I'm bringing it back to Witcher. I like the Witcher game so much as an RPG is because. I'd try and get into other big RPGs like Final Fantasy, the new one that came out. I can't do it.
I haven't played a Final Fantasy, I think, since like 13.
I physically can't do it. I mean, they put a lot of work into it, and it looks like a solid game, but there's just too much filler in there and too much grind. And
I think that's my problem with like a lot of the big RPGs, kind of like Witcher, and what makes me scared to play.
Yeah.
I was scared to play Fallout 4 because I was worried it was going to be like that. There was a ton of things you could do in Fallout 4.
Yeah.
And very fun game. And kind of going back to where you rank it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I would probably put 3 up there. I wasn't a big fan of New Vegas.
Okay.
I just didn't. I tried to put some time into it. Just I don't know. I guess there was a lot of things going on at one time for me. But
I think a lot of people's. So whenever I played New Vegas, I was kind of the same place with you. It's like, man, I really like Fallout 3's world better. Yeah. But the thing is, New Vegas brought in where you can aim down sights and had a new combat system was a little bit better. New Vegas is a game where you appreciate it later. Yeah. Like after Fallout 3, after Fallout 4, you go back and you're like, man, this was a really good RPG because the decisions you make actually affect in game, and there's so many different endings, so many different outcomes.
I've heard of a game like that before.
Persona.
I was gonna say Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Dude.
I knew where he was going.
Yeah.
As far as like story wise, Fallout 3 I think has.
You have Liam Neeson in that game. You can't get better than that.
Yeah.
I don't know why you were chasing after the dad. Last I checked, he was in Taken. He was supposed to save you. They had it backwards. Liam Neeson should have been the main male character in 4, and it would have made a lot of sense.
See, I think the main reason the story was a lot better for me on Fallout 3 is because this is the first time you're getting a real taste of Fallout. You're going to these new vaults. Like, what exactly happened in this other vault? And you find out later in its experience. So you go into Fallout 4 expecting that.
There was a lot of lore with the vaults and everything.
Yeah.
Some of them were
so much fan fact.
Yeah.
So many
Dude, my favorite one is the one that's like 100 women and one guy.
Yeah. What about Gary?
Is it the puppet guy?
No. It was like everybody was named Gary.
Oh, really?
Wasn't there one?
And there was also wasn't there one like everybody was mannequins?
I believe it. There was one of them where he was basically, I think it was one guy locked in a vault all by himself, and he stumbled across a room where it was all puppets, and he became like the puppet master.
That might be the one I'm thinking of.
I think he lost his sanity and would just talk with him. I don't know where I read that from, but...
No, but as far as like story-wise, I think Fallout 3, I think mainly because of that. It was your first time into this whole Fallout world.
Yeah.
And you're finding new things. RPG-wise, to where different directions can take you different places, has to be New Vegas.
Yeah.
Because that's really the only one where you can do this or that or this or that. Even the main story has its own changes. Fallout 3, you're pretty much only given A or B, and they both kind of end up the same way.
Yeah.
Same thing with 4.
Either you die heroically, or you have someone else die heroically for you, and you look like an asshole.
Exactly. I mean, it's the same thing with 4. A or B.
Well, I don't know.
Not A, B, C, D, or E.
Well, hold on. Reverse. Fallout 4 had like 4 different endings. There was a lot of options.
They had 4 different endings, but it didn't
all
feel like
ended
4
the
different
same.
endings. Because I've beaten all. Yeah, you've beaten them too, haven't you? Yeah. They
See, I
all
only
felt the
beat
same.
one.
I saved it right before, and then I played it.
All right. So,
I got all the
what was
achievements
your favorite ending?
On what, Fallout 4?
Yeah.
None of them felt like an ending.
God, you look so
See,
disappointed.
fact check and agree. None of them felt like an ending. It felt like it was just another mission.
Yeah.
That's what really disappointed me.
I kind of looked at it because I'm a dad. I kind of looked at maybe that's why I got a little bit more enjoyment out of the whole thing. I pictured it like my kid is missing. Like my son is missing, and I got to go find my son.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember when you first encounter your son as an old man, or you see the boy, and dude, my heart was racing. I'm like, dude, I found my kid. And
then it's
and he's losing his mind. Like, who the hell are you? I'm like, no, hold on. And then the old man, dude. If there was an option to kill him right there, I remember I was like the Mass Effect equivalent of Paragon. Like, I'm generally a good guy, so I'm doing all these good decisions. I was gonna pull the trigger.
Yeah,
and just
fact checks full renegade everything.
I was gonna smoke the dog mess out of this dude, and then come find like, no, I'm your son. I'm like, so I actually got the bad. I guess Enclave is the bad ending. I hung out with my son the whole time. It's like to hell with everybody else on the upper crust. I'm gonna
Enclave.
Yeah,
It's
not the Enclave. I'm sorry, it's the Institution. Yeah.
There is the Enclave though.
Yeah, Fallout 3 was.
But you barely see them though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was definitely with my son to like the bitter end, and I was like, yeah, I'm in charge of all these science. I don't know crap about science, but I'm in charge of all you.
Something else. Okay, so New Vegas wins it for me as far as RPG wise, because there's so many different. It can go anywhere. It's really good.
Yeah.
The reason why I hate New Vegas is because glitch. The loading screens or take forever.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
And then I would glitch, and next thing you know, I have lost saved data. I redo 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours.
Hang on. Let's establish some ground rules here. You're talking about best RPG or the best game of the series?
No, I'm saying as far as RPG wise, New Vegas takes it.
I got you.
DLC wise, Vegas has to take it. The Blues World or whatever it was called, when you're like in another world, it's. Best DLC
New Vegas,
ever
the
played.
characters in New
It was
Vegas
a whole
are just
new
generally
game
more
with it
interesting and they had depth.
Yeah, it was a whole new game with it still being the same game. It was phenomenal.
Okay.
I will say this Fallout 3. Like I like the DLC in Fallout 3. Whichever one brought us to Pittsburgh.
I think I played that one.
Did you the pit? You didn't the pit?
Mm-mm.
That was pretty incredible. One of them, the world's it's all messed up. And I hope that's not New Vegas. I hope I'm not getting confused. I don't think
You
so.
think about Dead Money? Dead Money is off of.
No, Fallout. One of them. I think Fallout 3 had the pit, and it's cool because you're like
fact check.
I'll look at it in a minute, but like you go to Pittsburgh, and they call it the pit now, and it's just they're basically enslaved.
New Vegas.
Really?
I mean, I could be wrong.
I don't remember, but either way, I enjoyed it a lot.
Okay.
That was really cool because everybody's like enslaved and mining steel.
Yeah.
Because it's Pittsburgh.
Okay, talking about mining steel and stuff like that. As far as overall game. Not saying an RPG, not saying story, but overall game entirely. Fallout 4 has to win it for me. Mainly because the crafting are able to.
Fallout 3 had the pit.
Okay, Fallout 3 had the pit. Okay, you were right. I guess fact check. I guess he lives up
I
to his
fact
name.
checked the fact checker.
Ooh, but he was right anyway. So you fact checked me. So you just.
I'm doing his job. You're being lazy.
Yeah, man, you're not even being on camera. Just offering us
Just
your godly.
Joke's on
voice.
you. You're on camera the whole time.
I got your arm though. We know what
Yeah.
shirt you're wearing. Identified.
Oh, it's such a nice shirt.
But
I miss that arm.
What I really love about Fallout 4 is the crafting. I do miss you finding another hunting rifle to then repair your old hunting rifle. Like on Fallout 3 in New Vegas.
Which makes sense.
Like, yeah, your weapon was degraded over time. And Fallout 4 didn't have that.
Which game had the best characters?
New Vegas. I think New Vegas. Fallout 4 just doesn't have replayability for me. I've been able to play through 3 in New Vegas, and every time I play Fallout 4, it's just I don't care about the story.
I don't want to do it again.
I don't care about the quest because I already because honestly, there's barely any quests, so you kind of just run through them by finding them.
Yeah.
There's not really much to discover, and the map's smaller than the other games. There's just not a lot to explore.
And you can skip so many missions so accidentally on 4. Too.
Yeah.
You can all of a sudden find with somebody else. Next thing you know, it says you failed this mission. This mission.
You gotta think about it like
what?
this.
Yeah.
I play Fallout for the story and the RPG and like the shooting and stuff. It's the fun part, but that's all on the side. You know, that's a perk. Fallout 4 is a fun shooter, but it gets dull.
New Vegas had that sniper guy.
Hmm?
New Vegas, one of was it Boone or something like that?
Yeah, that Boone.
Yeah.
Boone, he had a really cool story.
Yeah, his was a really cool story.
Yeah, his wife, basically the town he's a part of, his wife gets enslaved and sold away by one of the people in town.
What?
Yeah, and
the dinosaur sniped from a dinosaur?
Yeah, he sits up in a dinosaur. So it's kind of cool because the town's called Novak, but the sign's broken. The sign really said no vacancy, but that's
right.
Neat stuff like that. But anyway, you find out that whole dark story, and you help him kill his wife because you find her enslaved, and you can't let her live like that. You know, he'd rather be the one to kill her than her suffer anymore. And
So wait, so if he keeps her alive, he can't just rescue her and keep her alive?
He couldn't. There was just too. It was you die going in there. I forgot the whole mission.
It was going into the Deathclaw Sanctuary, I believe, where they led up into.
Yeah, but hold on, talking about that's just crazy. Like there wasn't like a. I mean,
he's a sniper. He's one of the he's like a renowned sniper. So he took the shot. He took her life because
just so she wouldn't have to suffer.
Yeah, I mean they enslaved her. I'm sure they do other pretty horrible.
I mean, you don't think there could have been like a way he could have rescued her, or make some recovery?
Probably not.
I mean, you gotta think like at the time, it's like, what am I gonna do? You're talking about apocalyptic world,
I mean,
it makes a good story.
I think in the story, I think what happened was he had his opportunity for the shot, and it was either do it now or you never see her again. So he had to take the shot, and that was his position.
Okay,
maybe they were shipping her off or something.
Makes a little more sense.
Yeah. Back in Fallout 4, I did like Nick Valentine. He was probably my favorite.
I was about to say Nick was cool.
All the games.
Yeah,
Valentine was.
I'd agree with that. I think he's the most interesting character.
Who did his voice?
I don't know, but I love his voice.
Fact check. What are you even doing?
He doesn't.
Talk.
My name is Fact Check. I don't do any checking. I'm just here.
Steven Russell. What is he? Oh, Steven Russell.
Yeah, he sounds familiar.
IMDb, son.
I like Fallout 4. As far as like the crafting goes, you can build a base, you can build sanctuaries, you can build clinics and barter stuff. I didn't really understand the whole bartering shop thing because you can't even do anything there. They just bring in people.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever.
Man, he's been in a few games. He was in Fallout 4, Fallout 3, Broken Steel, Fallout 3, Elder Scrolls 4, Skyrim, The Dawn Guard, and Skyrim. Dude, Dishonored 2, Prey, Thief 2, System Shock 2, 1999. He was in there. He was the announcer. So he's been in a few games.
Mm-hmm.
Great voice, man. He must have a hideous face if he's just offering his voice.
He looks kind of nerdy.
Okay, well that's probably why. Is his voice match his face?
No, it doesn't.
That's it then.
His face does not match his voice.
Yeah, I guess we're going to end it here. Oh, wait, real quick, Fallout 4, the crafting I think was really good. Where you can build traps for animals. I made a full on. I wish I could show you. I deleted all my Fallout stuff. I think I showed you. I built a full on, like I put neon letters above each one. Yeah, Mirelurk is here. This is here. Deathclaw is here, and I had traps everywhere. I had a full system. It was I really enjoyed my system. I know it wasn't the best. I don't. You have to find out the supplies. I used all the supplies I had. Fact check. Just I'll bleep it out. I'll bleep it out. I said his name.
Dun dun dun.
Bum bum bum.
How could you?
So, before I slip up again, let's get out of here. Anything further to add?
Dude.
Nope.
Alright, so this has been the Bibbee Show. I am Nick Bibbee.
I'm Spencer Galland. Let's fact check over there.
Okay. And we're out.
Stay frosty.
There it is. Alright. Later.